Hey everybody, welcome to my mess. It's Sunday morning of Memorial Day weekend 2019, and I cannot believe how fast the month of May has whizzed by, and I've gotten nothing accomplished, I feel like. Anyway, I hope you are having a good weekend, a good day, a good month, whatever it is while you're watching this. So, in my last video, at the end of it, I showed you that I was making these pockets. They're multi-pocket pockets, I guess, from these paper bags. And these paper bags I got from Hobby Lobby, and they are very, very sturdy, nice little flat paper bags. It's funny because sometimes they put paper bags and sometimes they put paper sacks, but I think what I've noticed is that the ones with the flat bottoms, and I'm looking for my, flat bottoms, these have flat bottoms, and I've had these for a while but wasn't sure what to do with them until I watched a video last night from Gail Augustinelli, of course. And these have the flat bottoms on them like a lunch bag would for us here in the U.S. And I wasn't sure how to decorate them and what to do with them. But these are called sacks and things. And I think these paper bags, not that I can find the other package of them right at the moment because I didn't plan ahead. But I think they are called paper bags. And they're like lunch bags. So, you know, well, not lunch bags. These are like the lunch bags because they have the flat bottoms. But anyway, I think these said paper bags on the label. So, anywho's, so I made a bunch of the pockets, right, using some of my artwork and some of my digital prints that, and some papers from a paper pad, and I really like them. This is a paper towel that was used when I did some spraying with the Tattered Angels. This is one of my photographs that I cut out, and that's also one of my photographs. And then I used a bunch of old threads and put some little sparkles in it to make it look like a bird nest. So I really like that one. And again, my own photos and some paper towel. And so all of these have 3 pockets, and that doesn't include if you glue it down that you could use a pocket on top or a pocket on the side. So I did that, and then I started making journaling cards, and I was very hyper-focused and trying to use book pages because I don't like using the book pages anymore unless I cover them up. So I pulled out this tissue paper, which I really like a lot. It's got hummingbirds and all kinds of pretty birds on it. And I pulled out this tissue paper with all sorts of butterflies. And they're very bright and cheerful and lovely, and it's good tissue paper. It doesn't rip too easily. I mean, it rips, but I had to be careful when I was ripping around, you know, the stuff. And so I went to town making a bunch of journaling cards for these little pockets. Well, I'm not so happy with them. They're way too colorful. I like the pockets. They're colorful enough. But then I did these for the journaling cards, and they're okay. They're not really stiff like if I had reinforced them with some cardstock. They're okay. But they're just too busy. I think way too busy. I don't know. What do you guys think? You know, if you could leave a comment below and let me know what you think. I'm sure they'll appeal to some people and not to others. And, you know, there's probably going to be many of you that agree with me that it's just way too busy. So I'm thinking I'm going to alter some of the ones that I've already made. Now, I've already sewn around a lot of them. These I did not sew around. This, I can't get them out. This was the last packet I started working on with, you know, my photographs on it. But I don't know. I just think these are way too busy. I like the backs. I used various tea-stained papers for the backs. But the front is just, I don't know. Just, I woke up and thought, what was I thinking? Who's going to want that in their journal? So I don't know. Leave your comments below if you think I'm right and it's way too much. I mean, I have so many things out. I have these beautiful cupcake liners, which turned out like this, which I do like, but it just needs to be an accent, not like so crazy, busy, and wild, and I need to clean my desk. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to function at this point doing this today because, yeah, well, you know, it's a mess. So I printed off some of my digital background pieces in miniature, sort of. When I told them to print, I printed 2 to a page. And on my program, which is Windows-based for JPEG printing, this is how they came out. So I like them, but I should have printed them out full page, especially these ones. I don't know what I was thinking. I was in a hurry to get this video started. And I like the lace prints in miniature, in a smaller version. But these I could have done in regular size, but I didn't. So it is what it is, and we're gonna roll with it. But I am gonna try and do something to change these up. This one I have not put the back on yet, so I may just like do this. And I also I had to quit, which is probably a really good thing considering how they were coming out. What was I thinking? I had to quit because I had totally run out of glue stick. So there's that. And when you totally run out of glue stick, I had one. In fact, I haven't dug it out of my garbage can yet. I threw the tube away, and I shouldn't have. I have looked in 4 different stores and can't find the other one I was using. It was a white tube. And so I can't find it, and we went to 4 different stores, and I couldn't find it in any of the stores. So I ended up with the Elmer's Craft Bond again, which works for me. But I really liked the one that was in the white tube, which, yes, now I have to dig it out of my trash and find it because I want to know what kind it was, and I didn't take a picture of it or write it down. Here it is. Here it is. It's Scotch Create Glue Stick, and I really like it. It's permanent, photo-safe, multi-purpose glue stick, and it also, it doesn't say it on the tube, but on the package it came in, it said you could use it on fabric, and that sort of worked. I'm sorry for the banging. I'm trying to put my garbage can back where it belongs. So I'm going to have to take this with me when we go shopping, and so I can find, I don't know, I'm thinking I might have got it at Joann's, because that's the only store that isn't close by, and I went to one the other day and totally forgot to look for that glue, because I guess I was looking for other things. Oh, which reminds me, hold on, I gotta share with you what I got at Joann's. So I went and got this monster. Oh my gosh. This thing is so big. Oh, holy cow. I've not used it yet. But in order to use it, I'm going to have to clear a space on my desk a mile wide. Like this is not even open. But this is one of those that is a self-sharpening blade. And I haven't even read the box on how to use it yet. Like, I can't lift this up. There it goes. There's a little lock button down here. And it's gorgeous. And I paid $50. It was on clearance in Michael's. No, excuse me. It was on clearance in Joann's. Now, I couldn't use a coupon. Somebody else posted that they got away with using one of the coupons. But occasionally, Joann's comes out with coupons. So does Michael's. That says you can use the coupon on sale items or clearance items. This was on clearance. It wasn't on sale. It was on clearance, and it was $49.99, and the regular price is $119. So I actually did better getting it on clearance than if I had used a 50% off coupon. So there's that. And timber. So it does have this other side. I literally am knocking everything off my desk. It does have this other side that you can open up, and it does up to 13 inches, it looks like. And yeah, so I haven't played with it or used it yet, but I'm very excited that I have it, because now that I'm working with more heavy duty stuff for the covers, I can play with this and cut heavier duty things without it hurting my regular paper cutters. And I'll be honest, this is my favorite paper cutter. This is a Fiskars, and it's old. I mean, you can see I've even worn some spots out on it. The only thing with this is it has this regular little old-fashioned blade on it, and my edges come out a little fuzzy. Even this is a brand new blade. I just put it in. This is the one that I settled on because I didn't want to spend the money on the big one months ago when I was looking for a new cutter. But nothing ever comes out really straight on this one, and I don't know if it's these plastic things at the top and bottom that aren't lined up right. I don't know if the lines on this part of it aren't lined up right. I don't know. But and it's really hard for me to line up and get, like, if I know I want to cut an edge off of something, but I don't want to cut into the thing, I can't seem to ever line it up the right way. So, plus I need to change out the blade, and I have to find the directions on how to do that. So, it's really kind of a pain. And then the other thing I did recently was I took an aluminum foil, the rip thing from the aluminum foil box, and I took that off and just taped it on the back of my metal ruler, and I've been having fun using that to cut edges with. So that's been working because I have like 4 or 5 rulers sitting up here. So honestly, you know, I can spare this one, and I put it on the centimeter side, and I use the inch side. So it's still good for measuring. If I want a straight edge, not like a ragged edge, I can still use this edge to tear with. So there, that's all my stuff I'm showing off to you at this point. So, we're going to work on this backing, and I'm going to work on filling in this back, and then we are going to work on filling in, replacing the front a little bit with not so bright and colorful and in-your-face stuff, because really it's a lot, in my opinion, for every one of these. I don't mind 1 or 2 having that stuff on the front, but I just got way carried away. So it's probably a really good thing that I ran out of glue stick. I had some glue stick that was really, really old from my card making days, which was at least 10 years ago now, I think. And yeah, those were nasty, nasty, globby, really weird when they came off the glue stick kind of things. Well, that didn't go well. But then what else is new? So it was very, yeah, I gave up on that stuff. I mean, I would do this with it in big globs of just nasty, and they weren't dried up. They were wet enough, but they were just nasty. Little tiny glue sticks that were cheap from the Dollar Tree 10 years ago. So yeah, there was that. And then yesterday I wasn't feeling well. And then when I started feeling better in the afternoon, we went and did some running around. Oh, we went to a lavender farm on Friday. And this lavender farm in Amosville, Virginia, if you're in the Virginia area or traveling through and you want to meet some very, very nice people, go to Amosville, look up Lavender and Lace Lavender Farm or Bothby, Bothby, Lavender Farm. And these people were so, so sweet. And for my life, I can't remember his name. I don't know why. He was the nicest guy. Her name is Anita. And they just sort of started their lavender farm about 3 years ago. And nicest people. It's a small farm, but they also have some beehives. They're not their beehives. They belong to, they let someone from Culpeper keep their hives there. But I'll bet you the honey tastes wonderful because of the lavender. And she has a horse, and we have horses. And we sat and talked forever. Like 2 hours. They are dog friendly. If you call ahead of time and tell them you're bringing your dogs, they will lock their dog up. And they have plants for sale. My husband bought a few things. I don't have the things in here with me. But she wrapped it in this paper. And of course, he was smart enough to say, "Do you want the paper?" Well, duh, yes. But he bought me a really pretty mug to have my tea in. And he bought a little lavender candle, which is real lavender. It's not synthetic lavender. I can't do candles if they're synthetic. They make me sick. I can't do them at all. And so he bought the candle for the van because these people used to RV, Anita and her husband. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. I have to keep looking it up online to remember. And see how nice this ruler tears with this edge? Of course, there's operator error involved all the time. And they have canisters upon canisters full of lavender buds. And I mean, just really sweet people. We talked. She does tatting. She threw in, I think these were like, I don't know if these were samples or what it was, but she threw this in to the bag when my husband, here, that's probably easier to see. When my husband was checking out, I don't know what it is exactly, but this is the card for where they are. This is her horse. These are the lavender fields last summer. And it's 15 cents per stem, which is really a good price. And you can buy, I mean, she makes little pin cushions and stuff like that. Oop. But she gave that to my husband to for me to use in my journaling. And my phone just, okay, nothing emergency. I just always have to check in case something happens with my husband or something's going on with the horses. I think I've said before, but anybody who hasn't heard it, we have a horse who's 29 years old, and she is a wonderful old cranky mare, but she's got some serious health issues like nobody can believe, especially the veterinarians can believe she's still alive. So there's that. Yep, I'm covering up the butterfly. You know it. I just think I like this little bit at the top, but I just think the rest is just way too much. So I am covering it up. I'm just going to do away with it. So yeah, so this horse, nobody knows why she's still hanging on. She's got some serious health issues, and she just is a mess. But she's hanging on, so we don't, hold that against her. But yeah, we had a really good time at the lavender farm, except the bugs. There were these little tiny, they look like little teeny tiny golden miniature bees. I think we used to call them sweet bees or something like that, but they were buzzing around me, and I like that better, with just the touch of color at the top and a little touch of color on the back. Oh my gosh. Yeah. People, leave me alone. Okay. If I don't answer or open the text, then, it just keeps buzzing at me. Okay. I think I like that better. I think I'm happier with it not being quite so crazy in your face. Let's have a little girl's party color. Let me know what you think. So this is going into, I think this goes into this one. So that'll go in there. And this little bit of color. That little bit of color will stick out the top. So I do like that. I think that's pretty. And then there's these two. So I have to cover them as well. So, oh, look at that. That's a perfect fit. Oh my gosh. I think I'll put this side on this side. Wow. I can't believe that's the perfect size. So we were trying to find stuff to do because it's Memorial Day weekend, and we didn't travel because one of our dogs, both our dogs are sick too. I wonder if I should leave. I probably should have. I could have left that. Oh, there's color on the back. I'm just going to leave that. Both my dogs have kidney disease. Don't know why. I feed them a home-cooked meal. I put all of the... I did tons and tons and tons of research when my male dog had bladder stones last year that we found after a camping trip. He had gotten sick when we came home, and I didn't know why, and took him to the vet, and she found bladder stones. So we I did tons of research, decided on a home-cooked meal because I read some terrible, terrible things about the prescription food. And of course now the Hills Science Diet prescription foods for that have been recalled from prescriptions from months ago, months and months, like 6 months ago. But you know how it goes. They don't find or don't listen to the actual problems when people start complaining about stuff, or their dogs are dying or their cats are dying. And it takes months for a company to decide, oh yeah, maybe there is something wrong with that food. And then they recall it, but the food lots that they're recalling are from 6 months ago. So anyway, don't get me started on that stuff. If I get pretty upset. So, yeah. I like that too. So I make their food and all of that. And anyway, I don't know if this is, I think this one goes in this pocket. They're all a little bit different sizes. So that'll... This pocket isn't as deep as you'd think it was. Or as I think it is. There. That sticks up a little more than I like it to, but anyway. So my male dog, when I took him back for his 1-year checkup, some of his blood work came back a little wonky. And so now the vet is saying that he has kidney disease as well, but not the same kind of kidney disease my little dog has, my little female dog. So I have to take him back again to have his blood checked this Thursday. So we couldn't go away in our van. We couldn't really go anywhere too far, but we did take the dogs to the lavender farm with us, and we really enjoyed it, and they enjoyed it. They kept wanting to eat the grass. I don't know what that was about, but anyway, they did well. We did well. We had fun. The little shop that she has there is very cute. She has some wonderful things in her shop. She has an antique featherweight in excellent condition. Singer featherweight sewing machine. That was her mom's. This thing is noisy. Man, oh man. I should have left my ceiling fan on. It's getting hot in here. Anyway, that was her mother's, and that little machine is so gorgeous. I've always, always, always wanted a featherweight sewing machine. Singer featherweight sewing machine. That thing is small enough, I could literally take it in the van when we travel and use it. So, yeah, I've always wanted one. So, and she rescued another, not a featherweight, but an antique Singer that was a friend of hers. I guess a friend of hers passed away, unfortunately. And the husband asked her to come over and said she could have anything she wanted. And he wanted her to help him price the other things so he could sell them. And there was this machine that needed a little bit of rescuing. She wanted the cabinet, but the machine itself didn't work so well. And somebody else, another friend of hers, told her she needed to just fix up the machine and use it, that she'd be really pleased with it. And so she and her husband fixed it up. It didn't need very much, just some oiling and a new cord and, the little stem the thread sits on. And they did that, and she says it works so nice. Those old machines, if you don't know anything about old sewing machines like that, because they, I don't know if it's got enough, doesn't have any glue on it. Glue helps. The ones that only do a straight stitch, no zigzag or anything, those machines are known to be the straightest, easiest machines to sew on, because they sew an absolutely perfect straight line every time. They don't, I haven't inked anything else on here, but I'm going to ink this. They go so straight because they don't have any other, the foot is made, everything is made to just go straight. So they always do a really wonderful straight stitch. And if you've watched any of my videos, you know I cannot cut, sew, draw. Nothing I do is ever straight, ever. I don't do straight. Anything. Can't glue straight, can't tear straight, can't cut a straight line for my life. Now, I feel like these are wonderful, but do they need a focal point now? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to, because the envelope itself, the pockets, are busy enough, I think. That's how I feel. So there. I think I like that a lot better than that. Let me know what you think below in the comments. So I'm just going to keep working on these and trying to make them not quite so busy. And we'll see how that goes. But I just wanted to turn on the video for a little while I did this. I'm not going to bore you with doing any of the rest of them. But yeah, I certainly like that a lot better than I like this. I may use some of this paper or leave like something here as a focal point on some of these. But I definitely like this one a lot better. So anyway, thanks for watching. My goal is to make more but shorter videos so that you guys aren't bored. And I will keep adding things in. And I'm sorry I had to look at my phone, but like I said, if it's ever an emergency, I would cut the video off and just answer my phone. But I just had to make sure that whoever was texting me, I mean, the sound is off, but I can't turn my phone off because I gotta know. I gotta know if there's ever an emergency, especially when my husband is traveling on the roads and, you know, he's going to see the horses and, you know, you never know. So anyway, you guys take care. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it very, very much. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. Hello to my new subscribers. I hope this wasn't boring, but please leave a comment below what you think about the journaling cards. I hope you agree with me that covering up the busyness of those other cards is going to work better. And let me know. Thanks. Take care. Bye, everybody.